Your Majesty, during your speech at the opening session of the World Congress on the Eradication of Illiteracy, held here in Tehran, you put forward an idea which particularly caught the attention of the assembled delegates. It was when you underlined the essential element of human assets in the overall development of the country. And perhaps Your Majesty would be good enough to put forward some of your ideas about this.
All we try to do is to render possible to the human being enjoying his life on our planet, on our earth. That the contribution of man, of the human being to the society, must at least be equal to some standards. It cannot be lower than acceptable standards to our present life. He might be a worker, he might be an agriculturist, or engage in some other kind of activities, but then he must be a good worker. The agriculturist must know about the new techniques. Otherwise, his production could not match what is required today in our civilization of the human being. In every walk of life, we see the same. To arrive at this goal, we think that it is necessary that this human being must be prepared to understand the problems of the world, even his own daily life problems, the problems of the society. And the first element which would render this possible is for him to at least be able of reading. Our society and our world is becoming so technical. One has got to be educated, trained for every kind of job that one has to do. Naturally, then, we think that first of all it's to combat illiteracy and render possible for everyone, man and woman, to understand the problems that they will confront during their life. Well, the material result is that so far close to 800,000 people have been taught by these young boys how to read and probably how to write. Close to maybe 600,000 of them just young children, and some 200,000 older people, and sometimes old people. And in addition to this, I think that these young boys were in a position to explain to those people in the most remote villages of our country the essence of the philosophy of our reforms that we call our white revolution, to explain to them how they will fit in the present and in the future society, how they could contribute to their own welfare and the progress of their people and their country. And they will contribute to some elementary rural development, maybe even small bridges on small brooks, and the feeder roads connecting villages to other villages or to some other arteries or secondary roads. And this is how we think that really they could contribute to the first raising of the standard of living and to the elevation of the society and of our civilization.
Well, Your Majesty, all those of us who had the good fortune to attend the parade of the Army of Knowledge on the occasion of the 25th anniversary of your accession, we were very much impressed by this. Now, I was wondering whether perhaps Your Majesty would be good enough to say something about the results achieved by this remarkable mobilization of young people in schooling and in the emancipation of illiteracy.
But the whole world had certainly understood long ago the necessity of fighting illiteracy. But this time, I think that they have also decided how to adopt immediately the measures leading us towards that humanitarian goal. And I am sure that we shall be the witness of a real international cooperation to achieving this wonderful goal of all of us.
Your Majesty, I'm most deeply grateful to you. In other words, if I could shorten the question, does Your Majesty think that because of this historic Congress, we may expect that what one might term a vigorous leap forward in international cooperation to eliminate illiteracy?
I think that we can be happy to be able to say that we have reached those results at this conference. Every speech that has been delivered by the honorable delegates was really reflecting this sentiment and this will, this desire. And by the resolutions that have been passed, we can say that it was quite successful. And prophylactic measures, health measures, which has been, we think, rather useful to our people. Mm-hmm. And all in all, we have been very happy with this experience.
Perhaps I could ask you a third question now, Your Majesty. It's speaking of the Congress itself that's been held here in Tehran. Does Your Majesty think that this meeting of interested persons from so many nations has made it possible to take the initial steps of decisive action in recognizing the gravity of this problem of illiteracy and the necessity for concerted and planned effort to eliminate it on an international scale, that is?